What did you make when you first started your job? Most people, when they first start the job, make around the minimum wage until they have the time or knowledge to earn an increase. Minimum wage is just the minimum, or a starting pay. It is not something you should be basing your living off of. An increased minimum wage of $15 an hour can cause more and more harm than it can good. Is an increased minimum wage worth the cost of your own job? Some disadvantages to an increase are loss of jobs. Automation is happening around us. More and more self-checkout options and computers will be doing our simple jobs, like Walmart self-check stands and their cleaning robots. Companies will want to retain their profit margins, and by having to increase the wage, they will have to also either raise prices or let people go. Companies will let go many other employees and will put more work on their full-time employees. Another option is a computer will just raise the price to match the new salaries and you back to square one. Small companies will be forced to raise wages and prices of goods to match this increase. So what are the effects of increasing the minimum wage? According to free.org, any Econ 101 student can tell you the answer. The higher wage reduces the quality labor demand, and this leads to unemployment. 1.4 million jobs were lost during the late 2000s when the minimum wage was last increased. Companies have proven they will not keep an employee if their wage is not worth what they add to the company. Companies already give out raises to employees who earn certain skills or have been there for a while. The minimum wage is only for people who have no skills until they can get skills to get an increase. Employees are expensive to train. Most companies do not want to lose a worker. So what are some pros to an increase? An increase would reduce poverty. Single person versus a single family. A single person working full-time is federal minimum wage is $7.25 an hour, earns about $15,000 in a year, which is 20% higher than the 2015 federal poverty line of $12,331 for one person, but 8% below the 2015 federal poverty level of $16,337 for a single parent family with a child under the age of 18. According to the 2014 Congressional Budget Office report, increasing the minimum wage to $9 an hour would lift 300,000 people out of poverty. An increase of $10 an hour would lift 900,000 people from poverty. As the minimum wage goes up, so will the more and more people that are being reduced from poverty. A higher minimum wage would reduce government welfare spending. According to Britannica, raising the federal minimum wage by 6% to $10.10 an hour would reduce spending to the SNAP program, formerly known as food stamps, by 6% or $4.6 billion. The Economic Policy Institute determined that by increasing the minimum wage to $10.10, more than 1.7 million Americans would no longer depend on government assistance programs. This report would have $7.6 billion off annual government spending and income support programs. In conclusion, should there be an increase? I believe an increase should happen, but a gradual one. $15 an hour is nice, but it's not something that should happen instantly. A gradual increase would allow for companies to match the price and slowly raise prices instead of just hiking up prices instantly. By gradually increasing, less jobs will be lost, and companies can maintain their profit margins that they want and not fire people to maintain those margins. Ultimately, an increase is eventually needed, but a gradual one, not an instant one.